So in this video, we're going to look at how to load a roll of 120 medium format film into the camera back or the film back on the Hasselblad. So first of all, I take my roll of film here. So we've got a roll of Ilford Pan F ISO 50 film. I'm just going to open up the box, and when you do, you should find a roll of film inside a sealed silver bag. Okay, just check the seals, make sure that they haven't been touched. If they have, request a new roll of film. So I'm just going to get that open. So I'm just going to open that up, and out comes our roll of film. Now the roll of film is kept in place, so this is our 120 film. It's kept in place here by a piece of paper, like a sticky piece of paper. You need to kind of remove that, and it always tears when you do so. But it's really important that you get all of the paper, take all of the paper away. Okay, if you leave, a small piece of paper like that attached to the backing paper, it can get caught in the rear mechanism of the camera, and that will prevent the camera from moving forward, from moving to the next frame. Okay, and it could also damage the camera. So make sure you remove it fully. Okay, so I've got my roll of film. Now I'm going to remove the film cartridge. So again, we're over on the side here. I'm going to lift the key anti-clockwise, and the film cartridge comes out. Okay, so I'm going to remove the camera for a sec. So first of all, what we need to do is we need to check that we have a spare spool here. So we can see there we have a free moving spool. That's from the last roll of film, and that's actually in the wrong position now for where we need it to be. So I'm going to, with my nail, just remove that clip there, and the spool comes out nice and easy. I'm going to do the top one as well, and I'm going to put the old spool into the new position. Okay, so again, just make sure that it moves nice and freely. Okay, I'm happy with that. And now I'm going to put my roll of film in to this new position here. Now it's really important that when you do so, when you pull the beginning of the backing paper, that the black paper is facing out at you. Okay, if you've done it the other way and you see the white side of the paper when you're bringing it around the back, you've loaded the film the wrong way and you won't record any images. So make sure that you get the black paper coming around the back. Okay, at this point, okay, what you've got here, this plate here is called a pressure plate. Okay, and that allows the film to travel across from one spool to the other as flat as possible. And we just need to loosen that off. So I'm going to come back to the key here, just twist it again, and now you can see, okay, it's nice and loose. So I'm just going to get my paper, and I'm going to put the edge of the paper underneath this silver tab here. So I'm just going to pull a little bit, just like that much is enough. And then with the key, put that back in position, and now it comes down and it locks the paper in place. Okay. Next, I'm going to take the leader of the paper and I'm going to put it into, there's a slot here in the spool. Okay, it needs to sit in there, and then I'm going to wind it on so that it tightens up. Now if you're doing this for the first time, you might find that the paper falls out of the slot a few times. It's just a case of getting used to it, so don't worry too much. So I'm just going to wind that on now. And what you're looking for at this point are these black arrows here that start to appear. Okay, and what you need to do is you need to line up these black arrows with the red arrow on the side of the film cartridge. Okay, if you don't line them up, your frames won't line up properly in the camera, and you may miss a frame, or half a frame might be cropped out from the edge of the roll. So make sure that you line these two up nice and straight, so I can see there my red arrow and my black arrow are lined up. I'm happy with that. So now I can go ahead and put the film cartridge back into the back of the camera. Lock it all down. And what I need to do now is I just need to wind on the film until it reaches frame 1. So to do that, I've got my film lever here, and I'm just winding until it locks in position. So it's locked there now, it can't go any further. And you'll also see frame 1 is visible here in the film indicator. So I'm just going to close that back over, sit it down, and I'm ready to shoot.